Welcome to day 7 of the Fit to Lead Recovery Challenge. I'm Teresa Holdsworth.
And I'm Tyler Fadak.
Today we're going to do releases for the muscles of the lower leg. Typically, the muscles that we're going to be looking at, which is the tibialis anterior, which is the muscle that just hugs the shin bone, and the peroneals, which are also referred to as the fibularis muscles that go down the outside. These muscles here are supportive muscles of our lower leg. So when we're looking at releases, the big player we've already examined earlier was the calf muscles, but we are going to just, add a little bit of release to the front of the shin, which allows me to pull my toe up a little bit better and point a little bit better, and also to the side. So what you need for today, I'm actually using a massage stick, but you could use a rolling pin or something cylinder in your hand to go up and down. Tyler's going to use the foam roller. So let's start. So we'll get Tyler set up first because he's got to get down. He's going to kneel down on the foam roller. And what you want to make sure is that you are on the muscle, not the bone. So just take a second, feel where the bone is, the tibia bone here. And you're going to be just on the outside lateral part of that muscle. It's not the end of the world if you go onto the bone, but the only problem is that it will hurt. And we want to release the tissue, not go on the bone. So we're going to take this area and divide it into 2 zones. We're going to go from the top of the ankle to the middle of the shin, and then the middle of the shin right to the top of that tibia right there. Okay, so let's start. So Tyler's going to do 4 slow rolls, and I'm going to do 4 slow rolls with the stick. So I'm going to place it. So again, it's just right beside the tibia on that muscle. Tyler's right on the shin. And we're going to take a breath, and we're going to roll just to the middle of the shin and back. Nice and slow. Remember, we're going slow. Breath in. Exhale, because we want to get compression, and we got to get through the depth of those tissues. Rich blood going through that area and down. One more. Come on up to the middle. So we're going to pause here. Tyler's going to do cross frictions, which are going side to side against the grain of the tissue. I'm going to take mine stick and go one handle up, one handle down. Here we go. So we're just trying to unstick the adhesions. We're going to do 4 of these. Breath in, and it is a tender area. 2 more, but this is a good one to warm up if you're going out walking or running. Last one, and release. Let's go to the top of the zone now, middle to the top. So just reposition yourself, and here we go. Take a breath in. So breathe as you do this, and then exhale. Getting compression. The stick is a little bit easier because I can control how much compression I'm putting on the area, where Tyler does not have as much control. How are you doing, Tyler? Can you feel that?
Oh, yeah, this is feeling great.
Yeah. Go up, and we're going to stop again in the middle of the zone. Tyler's going to do the side to side cross frictions to try to unstick the adhesions. And I'm going to do one handle up and one down. Notice it's not going side to side. I'm still staying on the front, but I'm just going one up, one down. We'll do 2 more. Breath in, and then exhale. Great job. Okay. So what you'll notice is if you have your foot and you point your toe and you compare it to the toe point on the other side, that you're going to feel like the ankle has a little bit more range. So let's go to the other tibialis anterior. So I'm going to put my foot up just because it's a little bit easier to reach that ankle. Tyler's going to, again, kneel on the roller, not on the shin, but just to the side. And I've got mine just offset of that bone. Here we go. Take a breath in. Exhale. And it's not uncommon to have one side that might be a little bit more tender than the other. So I will tell you right now, this side on me is more tender. Breath in. Exhale, nice and slow. One more up. And we will stop in the middle of that zone. Tyler's going to go side to side. I'm going to go one handle up, one down. So we're trying to unstick any type of adhesions that are making it tight in that area. One more, and release. Good. Let's finish up on that zone here. So we'll come up. Sometimes people get shin splints in this area, not necessarily because of the muscle that we're rolling here, but because the calves are tight, and that makes it difficult for this muscle to do its job. So doing the calf release we've already done in conjunction to this will help the mobility in the ankle on both sides. And we'll hold in the center here, and Tyler's going to go side to side, and I will unstick by doing these cross frictions here. Remember to breathe, breath in, exhale. And if you ever come across a trigger point, which is a spot that really hurts, you can just hold it for 20 to 30 seconds in the spot and release. Good job. All right. So like I said, just give your ankles a bit of movement. See if you can point your toes with a little bit more ease. And then we will go on to our next muscle group, which is the peroneals. So Tyler's going to actually sit on his bum on the floor. And you can see that he's got the roller right above the ankle. So we're tackling these muscles here that are right up the side. Just make sure you're not going on the calf. We're going to draw a line right up that outside edge of the calf, right up from that ankle bone. Okay. And you can put your hand on top. I've got my stick, and let's find that spot up the center, and we're going to divide it into half zones. So we're going to come up halfway and back. And Tyler can add as much compression or less by putting his hand on that. He could also use a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball in that position. Up and down. I could use a rolling pin. Hold here. Tyler's going to do the cross friction side to side, and I'm going to do one hand up, one down. Again, we're just trying to get rid of those adhesions in there. These muscles help to support the outside of my leg. One more, and release. Good. And we'll come all the way up now with those rolls. So if you tend to wear on the inside of your shoe, you might have some tenderness in this area, not because it's tight, but because it's actually maybe overstretched. Come up nice and slow, and you might be a little bit more tender either by the ankle or up here by the knee. And we'll come into the center here. And again, Tyler's going to cross friction, and I'm going to go one up and one down. Breath in, exhale, two more, and last one. Good job. And we'll just finish off on the other side. Give Tyler a second to switch. Okay, again, make sure you find where that ankle bone is. You're going to draw a straight line up. And here we go. We come up. Now, Tyler could also sit on a yoga block if he had a hard time getting into that position. His leg that is back in that hurdler stretch position, he could put it out to the side if it was more comfortable. Just make sure that you're in a posture that you can breathe. And I know it is tender. We're going to stop here. Tyler's going to do cross friction side to side or against the grain. And I'm going to do one up, one down. Again, just prepping for any type of walking, running type movements so that we have good mobility in our ankle and we take the stress off our knee. Up and back. And we're going to continue up, right up to the top of that bone there, the tip of the tibia. Here we go. Continue up nice and slow. And again, not a lot of tissue in this area, so it is tender and down, or it can be tender. Two more and down. And then last one right in the center, cross frictions. Take a breath in, exhale. And again, if you have a spot that's really tender, just hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. Two more and release. Perfect. So you're all set to go for a walk and have your ankles feel really great. Well, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you the next time. Bye.